Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad matatag!
Normally. But against the Witch Doctor.
You don't think that you could push the Queen of Pain back? Darkseer, okay. All right. Well, we'll see how it works out for him.
Elephant I had not heard until watching Eastern Europe. They were spamming that. Tavo's?
Bottom line,
Gonna be in
I see a
lot of
Stormhammer
trouble
there,
here.
bottom.
Yeah, Tavo falling incredibly low here. They also
There's
have
that
that
Maledict.
extra damage coming up from the Witch Doctors. Maledict is one more right click, and Hokori find first blood to start off their TI qualifier run.
I should be able to see.
No, we're good. It has to be in the moment. You can't, surely you'd know by this by now. Well, it's King RD's just running at Gardic. He's like, come back here. Oh no, they're gonna creep to bounce the cast back on. It's actually gonna snowball in. This Maleficent is level 2 as well, so this damage is really gonna ramp up. And meanwhile, top lane as well, a dive out of the tower, but they don't bring down the Bat Riders. In fact, he is able to find HFN, so that is a big kill for Vitaly.
He's feeling confident. He thinks he could go for the kill with all that extra DPS. Oh no, Duster. Oh, they can easily get Duster up here.
They need to be able to bloody block the tree line. Beautifully done. Theolocor along with Analog, making sure Duster is surrounded. Just succumbs to his own death, recognizing there will be no escape. Got to cross the map though. We've got our own movement. Wolf team. Even the Arsenal Lumineer is going to be able to get closer back to the tier 1 tower with the ultimate as the threat.
They got the silence off.
Silence. They're going to prevent the Sonic Wave. It does come out afterwards as 80 pumped in the damage to get the kill onto the Terrorblade. It's meanwhile top lane as well. They're chasing down HFN. Vitaly's got multiple stacks up, and that will be enough to secure the kill. A big solo kill for the Bat Rider to find, considering how rough of a laning stage he has had.
Yeah, doing a little bit to recover that net worth, but if we have a look over it, he is still 1,000 behind this Morphling. The plus side, though, is it's the result of having this advantage of the Terrorblade over the Morphling. I know you said,
Bottom lane?
Committing the Dream Call just for an Undying.
And Tavo's nearby. Not much that Darkseer is really going to be able to do. Actually runs forward to get the double counts bounce. So Tavo's in trouble. A wall dropped. Even HFN's got to rotate. What a timing though. King RD with the snowball. They catch up the puck and keep Tavo alive.
Lumiere might be forced back into the jungle now. We know that's one of the things that Terrorblade is great at.
Gardic 3 points up in the Maledict. They're going to run into King RD first. Not really the target they want to try and target down for the moment. They do also have Tavo up to the north as well. Theolocor taking the brunt to the force at the moment. They're going to now TP into the puck, but it is a little bit too late to protect Theolocor. They can still turn it back around as meanwhile with the coil leashing two together. They'll secure multiple kills, but with ADR nearby, he should clean up on Gardic. Sonic Wave's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Could just rely on the Scream regardless to get the kill. Favored than what it is at the moment when the E-Blade was a core item, when you had that kind of dual shotgun build up we were seeing. So now that you don't have the magic burst for the TB, hold that thought, mid lane. Coil's out. The Sonic Wave's going to push them back, but Vitaly's in with the lasso. The snowball won't be there in time to keep him alive. The Queen of Pain goes down, and now King RD, he's in trouble, but the turnaround from Tavo drops the wall, but the control's still lacking as Vitaly flies up to the cliff. He's going to be protected thanks to the free pathing in a HFN. He's looking to try and clean up, but he's a little bit too late. That's going to be able to amplify Wolf Team in that regard. Undying? Just to battle the supports for the moment. Vitaly will reveal the blink. Not the greatest target to jump on for the moment. The rest of Dire is starting to pivot their attention down bottom. Tusk will be the first casualty of this skirmish. But it looks like Wolf Team have no rebuttal. Duster's running through a Firefly. He's really got to be cautious with his position. The Stormhammer and an Orbit's enough to tick him out, and even Tavo drops the wall, though. They're happy with just sacrificing Theolocor. They've gotten 2 kills, a wall on Kuda. He's not even going to die. Yeah. Oh, no. As Analog's back in, Coil is out. A huge Sonic Wave to secure at least 1 kill, but you're losing out on ADR's life as Hokori just playing them like a fiddle.
Yeah, and even just the bottom lane looks like the Firefly.
All this going on though, you got some carries that are free farming across the map. HFN, Lincoln's completed. Gonna look to shove in top. You've also got Lumiere. That's already one component completed on the Skadi. Back towards the outpost though, the fight continuing to break out as the yellow core this time will go down. And Gardic's not looking too healthy as well. They're gonna try and use the ultimate. I guess it's only 60 seconds. You know, it's nothing too crazy.
That's true. They did buff it up, having a much lower cooldown than previous. Although, with the Dreamcall solo used onto King RD, poor King RD, he always seems to be the main target of this. That's his 6th death, only 15 minutes in, and I was really thinking that maybe they would try and pair together that Dream Coil with the Fantastic against the Undying save even. Very, very value. And just enables this chasing style too, right? You've already got slows on the Puck, on the Batrider.
Oh, they're in.
Terrorblade.
Vitaly's going to be able to get the jump. It's just onto Duster, though, so nothing crazy. But Analog as well. He was waiting on the low ground to see if anyone else revealed their positioning. Coil's out, but maybe with the buybacks Wolf team, they can try and catch some stragglers on the retreat. The other core's going to path his way to Lumi.
A bit more active. He's got the Manta style. He's got the Lincoln Sphere. He needs to start pulling his weight because a lot of this net worth on Wolf team is on HFN. Every single game they look to play heavily around him. So, Gardic.
Oh, in the river. Snowball in from King RD. Gonna try and target out Gardic for the moment. It's a pretty decent wall, but they're gonna push Lumi over the shot, so they'll be protected, giving Hokori an opportunity to deal with the Tombstone. And there's the damage getting pumped out. Look at the Terrorblade just turning from one target to the next. The triple kill for the carry. You ask where Morphling in as HFN just gets the waveform away, but is in trouble. A coil to leash him into the tree line. There will be no escape for the carry on Wolf team as Lumiere shows up to the first fight in such a drastic way. They recognize that this is something that needs to be taken completely out of the fight. And after the roast, they're just going to look to smoke because Vitaly's still got the lasso to play with. Tavo's a big pickoff. Continuing to slow down the Darkseers game. And well, they're even going to get a +1 as well as King RD just snowboards into the middle, feeding over another freebie onto Hokori. This game starting to get a bit out of hand.
I mean, that's all comes down to
out all the movements from Wolf team. And they're going to smoke to this. So Analog's going to reveal himself. The rest of the team are coming, though. So if they jump the Puck, he's going to have reinforcements. Who jumps up? Man, what? A coil again. Analog finding multi-man coils left, right, and center. Duster's finally going to be finished off. They'll lose King RD as well. And now they can chase down ADR. With the BKB being already used, there's going to be nothing to protect the Queen of Pain if they're able to get on top of her. Looks like Hokori wants to go for HFN instead, looking to take the carry out of the equation.
This could be a great back wall.
Back into the lane, but he's going to be in trouble. Maybe Tavo can turn it around. The vacuum's out, but the damage, it's just not there. They don't have it in the tank. They've run out of gas. They've run out of steam, and Tavo, he tried to turn it around with the combo, but it was not enough.
It was a good attempt at the turnaround. You could see them just wanting to have that extra little bit. Even the Sonic Wave, it's... They don't know. Oh, they do know. They do know. Duster? Oh, no, Duster, you can't do this. He's got the blink. Like, he's looking for a better target. If he can get Tavo, for example.
What is this? Is so... He's going for it. All right, fine.
So cheeky.
If I can only get Duster, then I may as well just under him.
It does feel like too steep of a hill to climb for this this Wolf team to be able to come back into it, but they're going to respect a little bit. You've got 10 seconds left on this Aegis. Maybe they're going to look to play around that, but the blink away coming through, and now they... Poor King RD, man.
Oh, Vitaly's got another jump as well.
They got another.
They're going to drag him out, breaking the coil. That should be all. Tavo will make it back to the T4 towers. They got buybacks and maybe one last fight with the wall. But even then,
we're just going to retreat. Oh, yeah. King RD, he's going solo onto the backlines. Can you afford to do this, my man? You just bought back. No, they know exactly where you are.
No, you can't afford to do this. The team are coming. But they're going to be a little bit too late. The snowboard dragging them away from the reinforcements. A dieback on King RD. ADR's in, but Gardic again with the Grenade. They just finally Tavo. Okay. It's a decent amount of damage, but instantly turned around. BKB, deal with the Tombstone, and now deal with the heroes as well. As Lumiere is trying to lock onto a target, he's killing off the illusions instead of some of the members on Dire.
Silenced.
They'll finally be able to turn around to the Morphling as HFN. Lincoln's pop, double damage rune in the arsenal.
There's the GG.
And it looks like that'll be all she wrote. The G's are dropped from HFN, and he is out of the game instantly. As Hokori, what a clean performance.
To not have to worry about the Invoker and the Conquer against that means that Analog is happy to have a free time. This is his most played. Analog having a pretty decent start against Adriano in that mid lane. Basically equal in terms of the last hits and denies, but he's a little bit ahead in terms of network.
Bottom lane, Gardic. Should be our first blood. Maybe the early point of the Voodoo might actually be enough with the help of the Fairy Fire.
Oh.
The Tavo gets the long range Soul Assumption. The nuke is there, and Wolf Team find first blood in game 2.
Lost for nothing.
Duster's going to be really cautious of his positioning here. You see Theolacor angering the tree line. They get Duster off the mark. They're actually going to go for HFN instead. He does have a lot of armor to play with. Theolacor holding his own life in regards to the snowball. Beautifully done. The usage just stopped the Terrorblade from being able to retreat, baiting him inside the lane. He's kind of dangling his own life.
0.32.
Oh my lord. Buried. What is this?
Give him the damage. He's just too slow. He's too slow.
Oh, top lane, Vitali's in trouble again. Another round of the Metamorphosis, but they don't have stuns to hold him inside the Cold Feet. Vitali will just be able to step away. This Phase Boots is a must to be completed to keep him healthy in the lane. As meanwhile, bottom, Analog with the rotation, thanks to the haste, is able to bring down King RD.
That's all on the back.
Might go back on top. Vitali doesn't have the greatest health to play with. The snowball again, buying him some vital time, and Vitali was able to steal some health. Meanwhile, inside the invulnerability, he still will go down though as HFN now. Considering about chasing Theolacor, Reflection's already been used, but the right click's just stacking up.
HFN now having a really good start to the game. That will give them information about that high ground ward, though. There's hard to make any kind of movements forward to contest like a small camp being taken. They know Theolacor was back stacking inside of the triangle, which, by the way, none of the heroes are amazingly good at being able to take that. So
rotation out of Analog. Tavo's going to be in some trouble now. He tried to get the kill onto Lumiere, but a beautiful rotation coming out of the Void Spirit might secure themselves a double kill, but even the Ember's got to consider about joining. But Lumiere dodges with the Doppelganger, and ADR is going to try and find him with the slide, but the damage, it's not enough. Sidestep to the right, but the Remnant, just the AoE damage, enough to take down the Phantom Lancer.
Some good plays coming through from Lumiere, though, just to make sure that he was using the fog to its fullest potential, not wanting to let that Soul Assumption get off in the laning stage. But yeah, good pick-off. Still, it's all about making sure this Terrorblade constantly stays ahead of the Phantom Lancer. They've done a really good job so far.
No, not Void Spirit, not like this. Doesn't have any more ultimate charges. ADR's on the prowl.
He'll be okay. Outside Gardic just doing his best to try and push out this lane as much as he can, but this is what happens if you give a good start to a Visage. He's even got... Oh! Stun cancelled by an S.
Alright.
Let's go. Easy game, easy prediction.
Say something. Dude, I saw it straight away. I'm like, no way he's going to try and TP out with the Familiars there. Don't make that occur.
So can they farm for the next, let's say, 6 or so minutes, get those tier 2 items, and then look to make a play?
Theolacor is going to run into the jungle where Dust is currently positioned with ADR. Have the greatest ways to be able to deal with the Ember, so they need to go for Duster instead, and a beautiful shards will lock him into the stairs, but Theolacor committed him with the snowball, so ADR secures the kill. Is going to be able to dodge the initial cast, get some distance away with the Remnant, and I just love what Wolf Team are doing.
TL. So the thing is, Terrorblade is going to be able to farm just that little bit faster. Is he almost finished up into the full Manta style? Is that...
Bottom lane, ADR's taking a decent amount of damage. He does have some reinforcements, so to be able to play with him. King RD's going to be able to step in with the Ice Blast as well. It's beautiful. The combo's out to force away the Void Spirit. And meanwhile, Vitali, though, just charging in. He's recognized that Wolf Team, they've already used all their spells, so the Death Prophet, he's got nothing to fear. But with the resummon of the Familiars, he's got to be a little bit cautious with the moment. And Analog's going to be in with the Fulp as well, as now Tavo still will go down as Vitali doing an incredible job just chunking away the passive from the Visage to be able to deal with the offlane.
Which is exactly what you want, right? You want everyone to be able to join in onto this team fight. You don't want PL to be the only one picking up this farm as
bottom lane.
There actually should be a dead Tusk here.
Should be. So Hokori, I don't believe they can still take this skirmish with the Exo on cooldown. So Tusk gonna go down. They would consider about stepping in, but they're probably gonna lose control of this bottom jungle now as ADR off the back of the haste will continue chasing again. Just a little bit off the mark with the run that they get the dodge out, and now they're back in onto Vitali. But the Ice Blast connecting, and the Death Prophet will pop under the damage.
Say it again too, TB's just happily farming. He's going into the Dragonlance, he's got the Manta style, he's got his level 12 as well, so might be looking to get some kind of aggressive move happening very shortly. Tavo, he's got the drums coming out.
They're going to be in onto the T1 tower. King RD should go down to the damage coming out from the Melodic, but again, ADR in combination with Dust Up, this damage is racking up, but they're just lacking the stuns time and time again. ADR just getting that remnant away at the last second. But Dust Up, oh, nice sight up. What? I thought he was out of range.
It's a much bigger range than it looks. Really, to me, all they're waiting for now is about 500 gold on Adriano. They need to make sure that out of the Maelstrom, all of those PL illusions suddenly just make the PL much more vulnerable, and he's going in the heart to be able to combat that.
It's go time now. You just got an Arcane Rune on ADR. You got a Blink Dagger on Tiny.
If they can find Tavo, this would be big. They should know exactly where he is.
King RD is going to be in, cancelling out the Witch Doctor's escape.
Tavo. Tavo.
He's close to the... Oh, yeah, they don't have a T1 tower now. So, Visage, no one's going to be able to rejoin him. Exo pop. Tavo's going to go down. They are starting to part down bottom. Tiny's going to be nearby with a combination. The follow-up in the Ice Blast as well will cancel out the life of Theolacor. You'll take that, though, on Dire. That's Exo used. You get a kill. Yes, it's a position 3 going down.
Better performance coming through from King RD this game.
Oh, those finally go down.
Going down.
Are they gonna go high ground?
That's a bit of a mistake, not whiffing there.
They're in.
The free
King RD. An avalanche onto 2. They'll toss out the Tusk. An easy kill onto Theolacor, and they're up the high ground. Even without the level 15 talent on Tavo, they're ready to try and siege.
And this creep wave is going to live. Like, the second wave with the siege creep is there. This is just
King RD's in again. What a jump! Onto Vitali, pops the BKB, but the damage from HFN's too much for them to handle. Vitali's out without a buyback, and now ADR to the backline he goes. A remnant instantly to reposition. As Hokori, they've got no answers in this defense.
Yeah, just giving away a
full duration out of the Exo, but I'm concerned that might not happen because Dire, their lineup thrives on a whole... It's just Duster at the moment on Theolacor, so he should be able to TP out. Once his full wave instead, and well, finally they'll get another person to TP in King RD, so Theolacor has done his job though. He's stalled this out, slowing down the tower siege, just giving Lumiere enough time, but really for Dire, it's Tiny jumping into AA blow up, and then Ember being able to deal with another support. If they're able to do that, then they'll win a majority of fights.
I've been really happy with the fact that they've been able to make a lot of these lane cuts happen. I don't think that was one that you needed to stick around for. Like, okay, it's a free kill. I was saying that you hit your heart timing on the PL, and the Aegis just got to go. You got to get more and more pickoffs. You got to take fights on your terms. Like, fighting around this high ground ward that they've got right now is so key right now. They can't give it up for free.
But I see them. Dire have their own information to be able to play with. As King RD tries to get the combo up, but look at the backline ADR. It's a massive amount of damage. They're going to try and secure the kill, but they don't have it at the moment, so they'll turn to Vitali instead. As HFN goes unanswered throughout the team fight. There's Terrorblade, too much of an issue, and now we can turn to deal with Lumiere next as well. A doppelganger to reposition. He can duke and drive all he wants, but as soon as they deal with the illusions, they know exactly where the real Phantom Lancer is escaping. Juking through the tree line, but ADR shuts down the door with their opportunity to take that fight. Wolf team, 0 casualties. We can't fight here. You run away, but Scardy slows you down, and all of a sudden, you are stuck in the meat grinder.
They're going all the way around. They want to try and find the backlines. AA, Tiny, they would be the ideal people to go on. But my man, you're losing your racks. Yeah, they know where they are.
Instantly. Theolacau's in. They want to try and blow up the Ancient Apparition. A beautiful target to take out of the equation. But Vitali's still in trouble though, even without the Metamorphosis HFN. He's just way too far for them to deal with. AA flying in from downtown. Doesn't really do too much, but the damage, it's really been dealt already. One barracks left standing. The PL, we thought it was going to be the ticking time bomb, but Wolf Team will make sure that doesn't explode, as they'll go for the kills instead. Who cares about the Mega Creeps? It's HFN. He'll celebrate with a godlike streak. And meanwhile, ADR will hold back the backline as well, changing an analog. And now the work has been dealt. Mega Creep is on the cards. And Lumiere pushed back to the safety of his base.
Well, Lumiere, he just can't do anything. Adriano's played an exceptional game, just making sure to always prioritize him. Can they maybe get the punch? No.
Oh, they won't even be able to. A 4-star out. And it's a lot of damage. HFN's got a Sunder as well to try and keep him alive, but this actually could be okay for Radiant. HFN, he won't have meta for second life. This actually is going to be a good fight for them. Exo popped as well, but can they get set up? Look at the throw though, Tavo. Oh no, the Familiar's tier 4s are down. Throne's exposed, King ID's in, but it doesn't matter. Who cares about taking fights? Let's just go for the base instead. So Ember's banned out.
Double strength with an Undying is good for the Undying. There's that Storm that I was wanting. Good. They're just farming in the middle of nowhere, out of the safety of being able to go into the trees or towards a tower. That's going to give Hokori a bit of an advantage here, because you don't have the levels yet on the Tiny. Undying, just incredibly strong level 1. Looks like Gardic is just going to
top lane,
tank up a lot of these.
He's going to go down, first blood for Vitali, and there we go.
Immediately level 2, they went for it.
From ADR. So now the fact that King ID is like, all right, I'm going to get one up on you now. Instead of, secure the rune and also put a lot of pressure on so that the Storm Spirit can't freshen up in the resources as top lane. Making another attempt onto Duster. As Vitali up to a killing spree already on the Death Prophet. And HFN, he's going to be chased down as well. Shards are up in 5 seconds. He could look for a TP out, but hasn't got the confirmation of Theolacau's skill build at the moment. Now he's going to see the snowball. What's the call, Luna? To go for the straight up TP. It's a costly one. If you get killed off, you can't rejoin the lane. So he recognizes there is no escape. Try and pump in as much damage as I possibly can. As bottom lane, the action continues to break out, but just some spells being traded.
Getting your levels up, making sure that you can make good first use out of the Primal Roar. You've got a lot of damage that you're able to combo together with the Tiny and the AA if you're just able to get that level 6 on Beastmaster.
It's a big rotation though. They should be able to get King RD. Nice toss onto the tower though. Gardic's in trouble as well. They'll secure with a kill, and Artavo's going to get some bonus gold thanks to the Tombstone.
Tried to get the deny there on him.
Yeah, he does now. That's huge. Really being able to slow down Analog, especially with the regen. Because if they get the kill, that gives Vites... yeah, he's going to have level 6 actually with this next creep wave. Bottom lane though. Tavo's still in some trouble. Is Hokori holding 3 members down bottom, but with ADR joining the fray, Theolacau is going to end up going down. They're even considering about going for Gardic as well, as King RD is going to sweep over to the left side. Looks like they won't even require the damage out of the Tiny. Gardic's just gonna... Why not run up, make him work for it? He'll get it in the end.
I feel like it would be worth it if you got a kill onto HFN in the meantime, but really good recognition from him. Again, just playing around this mid lane, TPing away from where a lot of the aggression was, and that's on the back of this Observer Ward that's come down here. Just spotted out the fact that Analog's been hanging around this lane for quite some time.
They're going to get the roll already level 6 on Tavo. Oh no, and now Analog as well is going to be a bit cautious. They're able to pop the regen so he doesn't have this left standing with him to escape. Meanwhile, top side though, Vitali gets a big kill and the extra damage onto the tower.
That regen just coming in at the inopportune time, right? It hadn't completely expired, the rune just sitting in the bottle. Still was about 30 or so seconds away. At least you get something out of it with being able to take this tower at top. And well, it means that Vitali is going to have a much better start to this game, at least. get into that early ring of health available for himself.
At the bottom room, look at the fight that we got breaking out. Both sides recognizing the importance of the power runes, and it looks like Radiant's going to come out on top. A 1-for-1, getting rid of the tiny, but the shards, perfect positioning once again. So they'll turn their attention over to Dust Up, but meanwhile, this is giving ADR a free fight to be able to deal with another support. Danog should be able to just escape, though ADR might be in some trouble. Vitaly sweeping me.
Okay, stays alive, and you also didn't get the urn charges replenished as well on Vitaly, so a little bit of that kill threat lessened, which is kind of significant, and well, PA's already been forced back into the jungle. Really surprising that Beastmaster was able to get
ADR's
this
going to be in
much.
King RD as well. Look at the stun lock. They get the Storm Spirit. Beautiful use of the chain control. ADR should be okay. Actually, Dissimulate's on cooldown as well. Look at the damage that Vitaly's stacking up. This Spirit Siphon already maxed out is chunking the members down on Wolf Team. Vitaly's going to get a triple kill. Only 9 minutes into the game, Vitaly is 7-0-1. What a complete night and day difference here from the offlane Death Prophet.
Someone's going to need to come bottom to be able to deal with this. Tavo with that, he might be a little bit slow with this retreat though. Will be indeed. Analog just trying to clear out these creeps as quickly as he can, but doesn't quite have the damage to be able to do so just yet. Up.
Should go down. King RD with this invis wrapping all the way around. It's getting close to the tier 1 tower that they're going to toss. They're going to toss ADR in instead. And he's going to be in with the damage as well. So both supports going to be the sacrifice to start. But Analog's going to be cautious how long he sticks around. He doesn't have the greatest mana pool. But again, the shards locks in Dust Up. 6 deaths on the Ancient Apparition. They're really starting to rack up, and this has really all been off the back of how Theo LaCour. They do have to be very, very cautious of how they take these fights on Hokori.
Good map recognition coming through, though, from Wolf Team. Just not giving up these kills for free. Looking to try and maybe play around this.
We're going to have a fight by this rune. Yeah, there's the Ice Blast coming out. Gardic's just gone. At least he gets the Arcane, Silver Linings, and meanwhile Theolacor as well is getting chased down by Tavo Summons, and that's a second member that's going to be killed off.
All right. It's not like PA is just sitting back and farming unopposed either. I mean, Luna's farming basically just as quickly, and we know that a Luna's always going to be able to...
The priority they've been putting on these power runes, it's going to be another rune secured, a double damage rune as well, which is going to be important for this fight. I believe...
They smoked under that vision.
Yeah. Look at the positioning. Dust on the high ground along with Tavo. King RD is going to look to intercept, but Analog's onto Duster instead. They'll be able to take the Ancient Apparition out of the equation, but meanwhile, Wolf Team have the opportunity to deal with the Tombstone, and they're going to look to back up. Reevaluating how they want to take the team fight as Vitaly's charging in with the Exorcism, but Gardic still playing with the ultimate as well. He can start to slow down the retreat on Wolf Team. And Hokori, they're playing with every single member through this skirmish, and they'll come out on top. 3 members taken down as Lumiere gets the double kill as well. And these are really good signs here. Lumiere with a Battle Fury.
Want to get him his level 12 and his BKB. Oh, look at his positioning on Vitaly as well.
King RD is going to find him. Can get that toss back. Gardic is nearby. If they can kite the fight away from the Tombstone, but now with the Ice Path onto Vitaly, they've got the potential to be able to blow up the Death Prophet. No, having a care in the world about the sustain. And now they're going to turn to deal with the rest of the members onto Hokori as well as the roll from Tavo holds back Theolacor. An incredible fight from Wolf Team, and look at them. They're considering Roshan now off the bat.
Stress really starts to come in. Someone's going to need to respond to this. Who's going to put their body first? Might need to be Gardic. Ends up showing.
He's not the one, man.
Going on to.
He's going to die to the creeps.
I think it is.
And King RD is going to jump. Tombstone's out, but look at this with the backline.
Found the backline.
He sees the Ancient Apparition, but instantly the counter initiation's there. The Aghanim Scepter reveal enough to control the Storm Spirit for the moment, but it still looks like Hokori. They can turn this around off the back of the BKBs. They'll be able to deal with the first life, but can they set up for round 2? As ADR will chase down Vitaly down to the southern side with the magic immunity on cooldown. They can just blow up the Death Prophet with the beams raining down Hellfire. And now, meanwhile, to the northern side, the PA at least is able to clean up King RD, but it will not matter as Wolf Team. An incredible fight off the back of the recent items being picked up. High gun. I think, just saw the dinosaur walking back. Smoke on smoke, but King ID's in. The jump of the combo with the Ice Blast. It doesn't connect though. A great start for Hokori. They're able to sidestep out of the Ice Blast combo, but able to
silence again.
They get the stun lock, taking down Analog, and they're gonna look to chill charge on forward as Vitali with the BKB. A little bit too trigger happy. So what looked good for
the Resonant Pulse, right? Ended up getting the silence onto Theolacor, so with that Blink Dagger reveal from the Tusk, they weren't able to get that Walrus Punch up into the air. He lives.
They're under a hawk, man. There's a lot of information as King ID gets a jump. The snowball, though. A beautiful timing. Oh, man,
found a good fight.
That was perfect. But now the roar and the turnaround. Is the damage going to be able to... The Soul Reap might be enough, but they still bring him down. Storm Spirit again. Even this time through the BKB will go down.
Gotta kill the Beastmaster, man. That's what I'm saying. He's the only reason that he dies there. As long as you're just not being completely locked in place. And they use the Exorcism. So they could even feel confident to go up onto this high ground. At least pop the glyph, perhaps.
They've got the Hawk. They're going to see the Death Prophet again this time. The same Hawk. The same place they jumped last time. Vitali can pop the BKB. Theolacor's going to move in forward as well.
All right.
They'll finally get ADR. But it still looks like HFN with the Eclipse are able to blow him up with ease.
I mean, he didn't hood, man. That's the only reason that Death Prophet died in that fight. It's just a little bit of these tiny plays, amplifying it to so much more. And again, these pickoffs, because of the vision that they've got, because of the fact that they're grouping up and playing around the strength of this Luna, being able to full-on man fight, means that, I mean, you don't want to go into this, man. It's a 4v3 right now.
They've got a nice wall on the high going to play with.
Blow up. Lucky.
Lumia's going to look to blow up the Ancient Apparition. He might be able to do so, but a Force Staff to reposition in the north. Analog's going to be able to zip on forward as well. They haven't killed Roche. They might be able to claim this HFN, though. They need to guard the BKB on the Luna. A Delta split to the right and south, guarding, protected with a Glimmer Cape as well, but Lumia's jumped back in. They've done a good job to kite this for the moment, but Roche is so incredibly low that Wolf team, they need to stick around, and they're going to do just that. But Lumiere, targeting down the Luna, the Roar's going to hold them back. Will not matter with the damage coming out from Analog. This time the Storm Spirit will be able to thrive in the Roche fit. They secure a double kill. They're going to move to ADR next as well. They don't want to try and secure Roche, though. HFN, they need this.
No Roar.
The Luna just brought back. You need this Aegis on the Luna, but look at Vitality recognizing, just shoving him away from the pit, making sure they don't have the opportunity to get the Aegis of the Immortal. As Lumiere again jumps in, wicked sick on the Phantom Assassin, and they completely zone them away. Vitality doing God's work, just pushing Wolf team.
A little bit of a vision advantage for once this game would be so significant towards their chances. And
again, look at
Vitali.
this.
Look at his positioning.
The Hawk, but the Water High Gun Vitali instantly blinking down. Guardic's going to play with the Tombstone as well, but the CPN, they're going to try and deal with the Ancient Apparition. Meanwhile, Lumineer as well. Look at the damage for the Phantom Assassin. He'll jump on forward. HFN's gone, completely taken out of the equation without a buyback. Hokori, what a beautiful play. Vitali's... So we will have buybacks pretty shortly here for Wolf Team. ADR, he's
going to put themselves first.
He's trying to get the gold. Not like this, though.
Oh, the
silence is there. Lumineer's going to jump with the Abyssal Blade. The damage, it's not enough for double Force Staff. He's going to be out, but on HFN instead. The Luna just gets blown up. They use all the defensive toolkit to keep the ADR alive, and all it means the rest of the cause will come at a cost, as ADR will still not escape as Hokori fighting for. No one goes down on Radiant, and now they can reap the rewards. Yeah. Only one at the moment to be expected with how he's performed. 11, 1, and 9 for the carry player on Hokori. And one final siege to close out this series and secure a top 6.
Vitali as well, he's got the Aeon Disc available for himself. Just needs to assemble it, so as long as he's
they're in. Oh, look at the burst. Oh my! Tiny's gone, but it's going to buy back to help out. The Roar is there. They need a way to try and keep the Storm Spirit alive with the chain control. Analog's falling low, but Lumiere is making the space. A jump in, forcing the dieback out on Tiny. Now Lumiere is going to try and go for the Beastmaster instead. Going to buy back to be able to rejoin, but Wolf Team, well, they need some answers, and they might not have them. They're almost getting the PA, But a jump out, and maybe considering a jump back in, while Vitali is going to do it first, but the Analog is freshened up in the resources. An ultra kill for Lumiere. It's only worthwhile to give the man a rampage with how incredible he's performed. Well, unfortunately, with the ages getting ticked out. Oh, no, he'll go for it. There we go. A rampage for Lumiere. A double rampage for the carry player on Hokori. What a performance for him. 17, 1 and 10. Slams the door shut, being able to secure their first series victory and moving forward to make it in the up.